10 of the National Football League.
And we'll be watching the Patriots' speedy running back. He'll be a focal point of his offense this week.
It's the Patriots and the Bills, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. The rain started earlier today. It hasn't let up much. It is going to be a wet one. Riding with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson. Nice and dry here in the booth, but Greg, you've been down on the field and played in one of these sloppy, wet, rainy games.
Position for the offense and defensive linemen. It's a little bit slower. The defense is a little bit slower to react to the ball. A lot more runs, less pass protection. So for them, they're thrilled. But for anybody who has to handle the ball on either side, offense or defense, this is a nightmare.
The kicker, Will Reichard, has the ball on the tee. And off we go from Foxborough. On the return, here's Khalil Shakir. The Bills take over at first. The Buffalo offense set to go to work for the first time. Being led by the big fella, 6'5" quarterback Josh Allen.
He's coming off a really nice 3-touchdown performance in last week's win, Mike, but outside of that one errant throw, he did a really nice job of protecting the ball and was seemingly in control the entire game. This defense, all week, they talk about trying to bait him into making some mistakes, so he's got to be careful about falling into the trap. If he does that, I'll tell you what, I really like their chances.
We'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Allen. That's taken in.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch. But I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier. Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game? They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and they're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
The New England offense getting ready to go to work here. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
A lot of things jump off the tape when you watch last week, Mike, but it was really just the overall execution of the game plan that stuck out the most. I mean, not only did he get them in the end zone a handful of times, he protected the ball, and he routinely exploited the weaknesses that they found during the week on film. He's going to be looking to do the same thing over these next 4 quarters. If he's successful, they're going to have a shot to leave here with another win.
There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Brady looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. To throw is Brady. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
So that'll bring up 4th down. That'll bring on Rigoberto Sanchez to punt. Khalil Shakir returning for the Bills. Looking up through the raindrops. No issue there, though. Fair catch, called for, and taken successfully. So Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. As we check the league leaders in passing yards, you can see he is right up there among the best in the NFL. Blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, do you lose that down, now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Allen. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him. And we'll bring up 3rd down. From the gun, Josh Allen. That's taken in by Shakir. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the 1st down. Here's Ethan Evans now. He's on for the 2nd time to try to get something inside the 10. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Patriots offense ready for their 2nd possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6.
At the 24-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. The break the huddle, coming up now for 1st and 10. To the air is Brady. Quick throw here is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Brady set to throw. Thrown left side, the catch is made. It's a gain of 12 there. 1st down, New England.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Let's go.
Off the play fake, here's Brady. That's complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard.
2nd and 1 at the 35-yard line.
On play action, here's Brady. A gain there of 24 yards. Good for a Patriots 1st down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Slot receiver, headed right. They'll try to run this one in. And he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Here's Brady. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
So they send in Will Riker for this field goal try. This a 31-yard attempt. Reichard's kick is good. And the Patriots will take a 3-0 lead.
Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important. And he does a great job here, able to put that one through.
The Bills offense starting to try out for this next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides. This drive kicks off with 1st and 10. from the shotgun. It's Allen. This throw left side, taken in by the rookie wide receiver. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield.
22 yards.
Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive. Allen, gonna give it to Cook. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. Kyle Duggar there to make the play. With that, only give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game. Second down and 8. On the zone read, a handoff here to Cook. And good hard running will get him down close to a first down. Might be a yard short. Here's third down and a few inches. Out of the gun, here's Allen. He's going to take a shot down the field.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
From the 35, it's first and 10.
First down, Bills.
Now Allen. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll get him up 4 here as he is taken down. Here's second and 6.
Second and 6 at the 31-yard line.
One more time going up top with Allen. Pass complete right side to Kincaid.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Here's first and 10. They send him right out of the slot. Again, it's Allen to the air. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the Patriots' 18-yard line.
Allen going to throw again. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. They get 14 yards and set up first and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
Throwing again, it's Allen. And he'll take it on in. Dalton Kincaid. Touchdown, Buffalo. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Bills move out to a 7-3 lead.
Patriots 3. Cam
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Marcus Jones now to return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Man in motion, it's Diggs. Now, faking the give. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game. They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. They get 14 on the screen, and it's a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold them to a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. To throw, it's Brady. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's Washington. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. If he gets a yard out of that one, it's 2nd down. They motion a receiver right. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cook. That would qualify as an angry run. Powering his way forward. Pick up the 2nd. Here's 3rd and 2. They'll go play action here with Allen. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
So, 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Allen. He runs with it. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Allen gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the Patriots' 28-yard line.
Allen to throw. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
Pass interference. Defense.
Now it is 1st and goal. From the gun, Josh Allen. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Dalton Kincaid. Touchdown, Bills. So that's his second touchdown of this one, and he's got a half dozen for the year. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really two.
And before the try, remember, it is a touchdown. All scoring plays
Previous play
are
is under
reviewed,
review.
so replay will confirm this one before we do anything else. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board.
The kick is good. Makes the score Bills 14, Patriots 3.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Jones now on the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Patriots offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. The numbers have looked good this season. Case in point right here, right up there among the NFL leaders in touchdown passes. Drive will start on the ground, and a nice tackle in the open field limits the game to only one. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 30-yard line.
To throw is Brady. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll motion their tight end, Robinson. And he will have a Patriots first down. They're able to convert on 3rd and short, picking up 4.
Really just the same approach that an offense will take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
He finds Bell. That's caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's the pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. We're back to Foxborough after this. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. To the air is Brady. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Brady set to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet. You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down.
A 50-yard attempt.
He has to drive this through the lane. But he does. The pick is good. And the Pats cut the lead to 4. It's 10-6.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Looking middle, he's got to complete to Coleman. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. Here's Allen to throw. He's looking deep for Shakir.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out front.
Allen on third down. And that is incomplete. Carlton Davis there defensively. A great caught one.
It's two straight plays now where this secondary has won their matchup. And right now the offense needs to find some plays that just call for easy completions. Get your wide receivers in space. Allow them to run after the catch. Because right now these downfield passes, defense is all over.
The Patriots offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with first and 10. Brady to throw. He's got his man covered. Inside the 30. And he will take this one in. 80 yards. Touchdown, New England.
That is just a complete disaster. I mean, we're in the final seconds of the first half, Mike, and you give up a huge explosive play that results in a touchdown. No matter what you've done all half, it completely changes the game.
On now for the extra point. Here's Will Riker. The kick is good. And the Pats move back to within 1. Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchdown. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to have a Bills first down as he gets this up to the 42. Out of the gun, here's Allen. In trouble. Down he goes. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills on top. As we get you down to Florida, Orlando specifically, for the coaches, Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where it was the visiting Steelers who were able to walk away with the road victory. Calvin Austin, a touchdown catch in the victory. From there, we head all the way out west to see what's happening with the LA Chargers. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. DJ Moore, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check in on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. The Saints are making a strong play to be postseason bound come January as they run their mark to 7-2 with the victory. This one's been all you could hope for as an NFL fan. Just a one-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for, with both these teams in it to win it.
Coach, thank you. And the rain only intensifying as the teams are back out here for what figures to be a sloppy second half to come. This is going to be taken in at the 3. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. The deficit is 1, as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line. Maybe a yard. Cole Bishop up to make the play.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Brady looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
One of the biggest differentiators for a lot of these defenders, Mike, is a lot of them can stay in tight coverage. But where the special guys separate themselves is what do they do once the ball is in the air? They almost turn into offensive players with their ability to track it, and this is a great example here why.
Not going to work out. Oh, he backs up trying to make something happen and is dealt it down for a loss on the return. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. In motion, Shakir. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. A short throw caught by Kincaid. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Now a 3rd and 2. Allen going to keep it on his own read. A pickup of 12 yards. Good for a Bills 1st down.
It's the combination of size and speed that really differentiates Josh Allen from the rest of the quarterbacks in the league. So it makes a lot of sense that they're going to get the ball in his hands as often as possible, and we just saw why there.
From the 32 now is 1st and 10. Allen will throw. The throw here is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Now Allen. Quick throw, taken in. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
1st down, Buffalo.
In motion, Shakir. On 1st down, it's Allen. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. In motion, the slot man left. Throwing again, it's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Again, it's Allen to the air. Pass complete, right side to Kincaid. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are we going to do on 4th down? This one not going to get there. From distance, it is no good. And they'll remain out front by 1.
You have to give him credit, Mike. I mean, that shows a lot of faith in your kicker because that is an ambitious effort from that distance.
So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. They'll start from the plus side of midfield, looking to possibly take the lead here. It's 1st and 10. Going over the middle, this one is complete. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 now from the 36. Here's Brady. Thrown left side, the catch is made.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do. All week we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But like the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time. And what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball. And that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's get the big guys up front.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this two-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
On the return, here comes Shaquille. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Bills offense ready to come back out for this next possession. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here. They'll begin it with 1st and 10. Allen. They'll set up the screen to Cook. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
That's over the middle to his tight end, Kincaid.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football. I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. On play action, Allen. Under pressure, too much, and he goes down.
The defensive coaches, they preach all week long. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the gun, Josh Allen. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
That's about as big time as you get. There's a saying, Mike, that you really judge your quarterback by his ability to operate, not only on 3rd down, but what they call 3rd and pass, meaning it's such a long down and distance.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Javon Bentley.
Like, there's usually such a comfort level when the players consider is it better. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And every once in a while, one just gets away, and that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. You're not going to get away with it at this level.
The home team's offense and their big for their next possession. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down. They'll begin here on the ground. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll stick with him again. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here, they got the lead. They're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out? This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
As receiver on the income, he's got it. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
He pulls it in around the 5. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. Now this looks like a design run. And that'll give him the first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Here's a run. And he will power his way into the end zone. Touchdown, New England. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Riker now to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Patriots will extend this third quarter lead. Riker out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. On the return, here comes Shakir. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw. Gets away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 27-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 6. They go play action now. Here's Allen. He got all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away.
So after picking up some positive yardage on first down, they end up going backwards on second. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and most of the time is a very pass-happy situation, makes them very one-dimensional.
A gain there of 15. First down, Buffalo.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
On 1st and 10, it's Allen. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Brings up second and 8 at the 40-yard line.
From the gun, it's Allen. He'll find his running back, Cook. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. No need much. It is 3rd and inches. We'll try and run here with Cook. Oh, looked like he had the first down, but the ball is out. But he'll gather it back in. Oh, man, Greg, those must be scary times for a player. Not that it happened to you often, but he lost the ball but was able to get it back and avoid the turnover.
Well, Mike, I hate to admit it, but unfortunately, I was in that situation a few times. And I'll tell you what, when that ball pops out of your hand, the only thing on your mind is there anything I can do to get it back? In this case, he was able to get it back, and he dodged the bullet.
On 2nd down, Allen. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Allen to throw. He's got his man. That's Coleman. He's going to have the first down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
The tight end Kincaid in motion. Allen going to throw again. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he's close to another first down. It's brought down just shy of the marker.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 29-yard line.
To throw again, Allen. A short throw caught by Kincaid. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
And this is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the 4th quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them right back up on the line of scrimmage and try to score here now that it's 1st and goal.
From the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. Allen going to make the read and hold on here. And he will score! Game on! Josh Allen, touchdown Buffalo. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Extra point by Little is good. And the Bills have cut the deficit to 5.
Bills 21.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. Jones now on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. He was looking for Stephon Diggs there, and it'll bring up 2nd down. To throw is Brady. Throw on the run is complete. Get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a third down and 4.
Third and 4.
They send the tight end in motion. On third down, it's Brady. He's got his man. It's Diggs. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. Slot man in motion right. On play action, here's Brady. And this ball batted away and incomplete.
I'm not sure there's any position on defense that's undergone as much of an evolution as the linebacker position. In the old days, they were the physical tone setters. They were the tacklers. But now, it's their ability to hold up in coverage, like you saw there, that allows you to keep those guys on the field for all 3 downs. Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. To throw, it's Brady. Quick hitting slam there. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately...
Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Cole Bishop.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line. You got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The Bills offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start first and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. Oh, gotta be careful here. Looks like they're just going to avoid the safety, but not by much. That was close to being a disaster. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Allen from his own end zone. And pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone. And that is a safety. So instead of playing safe, the defense brings the heat, bring the quarterback down, and to walk off the field with 2 points.
In this situation, Mike, as an offense, you have to be prepared for the blitz. You know the defense smells blood. They want to come get you in the end zone and get 2 points, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
So after that safety, it is a free kick, and that comes from the 20.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Here's Brady. That one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
They just have to be better on first down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on first down. That is the best down in football to attempt to pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's a run going left. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that. What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. We'll try to get this one on the ground. And he'll pick up 2 out to the 27. And now at 152, the defense will pull the plug there as they take a timeout. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Bills offense ready for this next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. They'll drop the throw. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Again, it's Allen to the air. He'll try to run for it. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble. Throwing now, Allen here on 1st down. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. One of the Patriots has it.
And there is the backbreaker, Mike. The one thing you can't have late in the ball game is a turnover. You're ready or up against the wall. You know you need a late score here to come back from behind. And let's give credit to this defense. They know they were a stop away from victory. And after forcing that late turnover, it looks like they're going to seal this one.
The home team's offense make their way out to take over once more. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. And that is really well read defensively. They get him down back at the 9-yard line. Slot man in motion left. Here's a handoff out of the gun. A big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field. And that's an area where usually this play gets erased. That'll march them back half the distance, and they'll go from there. Following the penalty, they'll run it. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. 3rd and long.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 14.
So it's a win for the Patriots and make that a 5th straight victory as they're looking tougher and tougher to beat every week, especially heading to playoff time. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Patriots winners at home as we say so long from Foxborough.